Hey, I just wrote a song and filled out a postcard. Just fell out of my journal. Just wrote a song at Blue Horse Cafe, I think it's called. Blue Horse Beach Cafe. I can see it. I waved at a building. All right. Okay. Da-da. No. Da-da. This one's dedicated to my Colorado family. Out of town, settle down, live your life on the ground, make your way. Loud people, loud voices, there are choices, always choices. In hearts, in minds, in the dark. Here we go, on our own, not alone. I will change, I am made from the dust of your grave. I'm a poet, didn't know it. Well, I did, but couldn't show it. I'm alone here in the dark, and you're a wave, you're a tiny spark. I'm a genius or a demon, I'm just feeling my way. And call it art, call it life, make a move, won't be right half the time, maybe more. All your worries, keeping score. I'm scared, here and alone, you don't know me. I have grown, all my demons went away, and now I sit and drive myself crazy with words in the dark. Crazy like a bird in a brand new part of the world. Flying high and then losing courage like a bird. Live like time is in your corner. You don't know when you will make the return trip to the spaceship in your mind. Follow suit, fall in line, waste of time. Give it up, Jess, it's not enough. It's never enough to make them see you, make them feel you, make them understand they need to wake up, wake up, wake up. wake up, and I'm alone here, and you won't wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And everything is tired, and everyone is done. All the tender voices come undone like laces on your shoes. Just having fun, tied you up in knots, left you in the sun, but it's not fun to you to be never used and left there hanging, ancient worn out shoes, never worn, dear. Every storm, dear, all alone here, much to fear here. You will be here in the earth and in the sky, and you will hold the line or hold the light, and either way we die, either way you'll die, either way we'll all die. And people might miss you, people might kiss you in their minds, in their minds. It's so sacred, but just in your head, in your mind, in your mind. How I love you, how I need you in my mind, in my mind, and you will find, you will find they will miss you. I'm afraid, dear, so afraid here. Make believe it's all for 1 or 2, or maybe 3 or 4 or more. Millions are just 1s or 2s or maybe more. Do I want to be more? I don't know what for. Help with the war, waking up from the war. Wake up this war. Look at the score. See the ways you're keeping score, and then stop keeping score. Forget the war. I don't know why I had the car running for that, but this was an incredibly special moment for me, so glad it was captured. You just never know when they're gonna come, and I start getting restless when I feel like I'm meandering and I feel like I'm eating up time doing things I don't even want to do. But I don't have the ideas, they kind of come through. And this morning I felt resistant, and I went up to the point of the top of Door County because I wanted to, because I hadn't been there. But it did add a lot of time to my day. And then I spent the day feeling anxious that I wasn't getting far enough because there's so much I want to do with my day. And all of that's wasted. So I just got to the last place. I drove a little bit in Peninsula State Park. I wrote a postcard. I got some coffee. African cinnamon. It has Peninsula Players on it, a place I wanted to work when I was a kid. Oh, there's a 2020 season on the back. And then it's got the Blue Horse Cafe logo. Beach Cafe. And this is the town I liked the best of all. And it's where my sister stays, so I could feel their memory here. And when they moved to Colorado, it literally broke me in half. Because I didn't know that a metaphorical psychological anchor being further away actually changes the anchor. I had to grow up a lot faster when they moved away. I have some metaphors that helped me understand that, because I think it was around 3/31/2018 that they knew. They drove into a town in Colorado and they knew that's where they belonged, and they made it work, and they really did. And I have been through a crazy process since in those 2 years. And yes, also there's the pandemic and all those things. Anyway, this kombucha is delicious. Look at this, no straw. Little hole, sip hole. It's a very dry kombucha. It was called like a Nina Simone, and it has like a cola flavor, but other flavors, like a lot of flavors. But it's also really dry. It's very weird, not sweet at all. I like it. I can't remember the name of the kombucha company, but I remember seeing that it had a Door County logo. I wish it wasn't quite so windy here, and it's also very busy. I don't know if I'm always trying to figure out if I could move somewhere or not. It's a weird habit, but I think it's because someday I really do want to like mass send out resumes to like theater companies, camps, colleges. I just want to be like, look at my skill set. I don't know where I belong, but I might want to come somewhere for the right price or the right or the right like hybrid. Like, it doesn't even need to be like a super high paying thing if it's something where I could also do my lessons, and it's, you know, if the time balance was right. If I could do virtual lessons, or I don't know. I'm just exploring. I'm having fun exploring and dreaming about the future and where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be. 333 license plate. There's a song that I listened to. It was called Disappear on Adrian's 2014 release. And I listened to it up by something Bay, Ellison Bay. There was a birch tree and some purple flowers, and I like sobbed. So the third song on her album, Disappear, was my favorite one so far, I think. Or the one I listened to way back in northern Wisconsin or even Minnesota. It was like right when I got into Wisconsin from Minnesota, the Minneapolis area, and then I heard this song that said like Minnesota, Minnesota, Michigan, Colorado too, and then something, down around the moon, and you, something like that. Anyway, it's probably my favorite new record to date. The last time I had a record this favorite was either Carrie and Lowell or Divers. Carrie and Lowell being Sufjan Stevens and Divers being Joanna Newsom. Like, this, it's a really good record. I'm kind of freaking out. It's from the same era. Those were both, I think, 2015. Time is feeling very strange because I feel like everything's getting packed really dense, and I've been doing a lot since 2015, but maybe because I'm doing a lot, I'm not feeling time in the same way. I'm not resting a lot, so like I feel like 2015 was recent, but it's really not. I remember when I started feeling like I was waking up, it was only a few months ago. Like, I kind of froze myself. I felt like Brian needed me to freeze so that he could do certain things in Grand Haven from a resume perspective. I try not to talk about other people's stories, and now I just told the whole Colorado one, and now I'm talking about Brian. Anyway, we both stayed for each other. Because first, he was going to move back to Colorado, And we were like 8 months into dating, and I freaked out. It was like a month before my album release show for Catalysts at 7 Steps Up in Spring Lake, Michigan. And I just met people at Girls Rock, and so it was going okay, even though I knew I wanted to leave Mona Shores. And I ended up leaving like a year later, but I couldn't leave just yet. Like, I didn't know what I would do. I didn't know if I could run a studio by myself. I didn't know what I'd do in Colorado. My sister wasn't there at that point, so I probably expressed, even if just energetically, that I hoped he wouldn't go, and then he didn't go. And I don't know how much of an influence I was on that. And then 2 years later, I wanted to move west. I actually wanted to move to Seattle or Portland. I think I had thrown Austin in there at one point, and he, we were much closer by then, late 2016. And so, yeah. It was sad. Sorry. I was distracted by watching people. I normally don't watch people, but I saw a person do something I found kind of distasteful, and then I was like trying to assess how old I thought he was based on whether or not it was appropriate or whether it was just some hormonal teen and whatever. I don't need to judge people and then talk about it on my YouTube channel. It was just someone glancing at someone, but just for kind of too long and while on a skateboard. So it was kind of, and actually it wasn't just one person, they were glancing at a group of people, and that always feels a little grosser to me for some reason. Even though I guess that's technically safer if you're a woman to be in a group. Biology, history, evolution. I don't know if it's biology or if it's just like neural pathways that have done the same thing for a long time. I already rambled about that once. Anyway. So obviously neither of us moved, but I feel like we might move in our future, and I just can feel that, even though I think Michigan is absolutely beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful. But I've been feeling for a long time like we might end up moving. And I don't know where, and I don't know when, and I don't even know why. I would say part of the why might be to be further west so that I'm closer to some of my family. Maybe somewhere between his family and mine, or just, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, bye.